Tim Pugh here from my team ANZ. Today we're going to cover what are the different brush options and pads and where they're best suited for some common floor types. Firstly, I should note, while these brushes and pads belong to the i-mop range, the same types of material and grades of pads are common for virtually any floor scrubber. So this advice can be used for whatever scrubber dry you may have. The 7 different floor types we're going to cover today: vinyl and lino floors, concrete floors, ceramic and porcelain tiles, natural stone, epoxy non-slip floors, timber floors and rubber floors. So starting with our vinyl and lino floors, many of the vinyls produced nowadays are factory sealed and don't require a topical sealer, as floors that require a topical sealer are becoming less common because they involve more maintenance. Regardless of which type you have, both types are best cleaned with pads rather than brushes, as pads are far better at removing scuff marks than brushes. The best pad for these types of floors would be your green twister pad. Otherwise, the next best option would be your red everyday cleaning pad. Otherwise, if it's a bit more heavily soiled, then you could go up to a blue heavy duty cleaning pad. If it's a low traffic area, then the standard medium blue brushes would work fine, and then perhaps periodically you could run over with the red or the blue pads to give them a bit of a deep clean. So these are our traditional pads, from white through to black. The darker they are, the more aggressive they are. White is what we call a polishing pad, red and blue are your cleaning pads, and then green and black are more commonly used for stripping floors. So these 2 pads here are our twister pads. They're a diamond impregnated pad, which make them excellent for cleaning and polishing, and also last about 5 to 6 times longer than your traditional pads. However, they are more expensive. The twister range is greater than 2 pads. They have quite a broad range. However, we just bring in the 2 to keep it simple. Green we use for our clean and polishing, and orange is our deep cleaning pad. Another great pad for deep cleaning are your melamine pads. They're excellent pad, especially for your lighter coloured vinyl floors or any other sort of smooth floor. You can't use it on anything aggressive, as it will rip it up, but really great pad for a white vinyl floor. So in the traditional pad range, I wouldn't recommend going any coarser than blue unless you're needing to strip a topical sealer off the floor. Next, our concrete floors. If it's a rough finish concrete, then either your medium blue brush is best suited or the hard red brush. If it's a smooth polished concrete, then your green twister pads are the best option. Otherwise, your red or your blue cleaning pad, depending on the level of soiling. If you're needing to remove hard chunks like dried dough on a bakery floor, then your harder brushes are the better option. Now for our ceramic and porcelain tiles. If it's a shiny glaze finish, then the medium blue brushes are the best option. Be careful using any pads on a high gloss tile, as you could risk leaving some scratches on the floor. And also, brushes are a good all-rounder for tiles, as they get into the grout lines a lot better. However, if it has a matte finish or slightly textured, then pads will be a better option, as pads always give you a better surface clean than brushes. So you could switch between using your pads for doing the surface to get a good surface clean, and then switch to your brushes to get into the grout lines. So your green twister pads would be your best option, and next your red, blue, or even up to your green, depending on the soil load on the floor. Now for our natural stone floors. The common ones are terrazzo, marble, limestone. The green twister pads are the best option, as they'll help maintain and improve the gloss levels. If it's a low traffic area, then the medium brushes or red pads are fine for regular cleaning and maintenance. Next we have our epoxy non-slip floors. These are commonly used in commercial kitchens to help with the slip rating, and the best option for these floors are either your soft blue brush or your medium blue brush. Avoid using harder brushes, as on a very aggressive floor, harder brushes wear faster than softer brushes. Next we have our timber floors. If it's a high gloss timber floor, then use either your soft light blue brushes or your white polishing pads. If it's a matte finish hardwood timber floor, then the medium blue brushes are fine. Finally, our rubber floors. Commonly used in a lot of gyms, the best option for these floors are our natural fibre brushes, as a natural fibre on a rubber floor creates less friction and therefore less load on the machine compared to your traditional poly brushes. Poly brushes on a rubber floor create a lot more friction and therefore more load on the machine. So as you can see, there's no one size that fits all. Each floor has its own characteristics. However, we've just tried to give you a general overview of the best mainstream solutions. If you're still unsure, we'd always recommend testing any brush, pad or cleaning solution in a small inconspicuous area first. I trust you found this helpful. If you have any further questions, please put them in the comments below and we'll seek to answer them. Thank you.